A very good morning. This presentation is brought to you by Resonate International with a mission to leverage knowledge worldwide. The topic being covered is Lessons from the Fall of the Syrian Regime. Ladies and gentlemen, the fall of the Syrian regime offers a stark reminder of the fragility of oppressive systems and the unpredictable trajectory of political upheavals. Let's look at the background. By 2010, unemployment was rampant in Syria, exceeding 15%, while nearly 30% of Syrians lived below the poverty line. Adding to this was a devastating drought between 2006 to 2010 that displaced 1.5 million rural farmers, amplifying discontent in a population already grappling with economic hardship. The Arab Spring of 2011 swept across the Middle East, igniting a wave of protests fueled by demands for justice, dignity, and democratic governance. In Syria, decades of authoritarian rule, widespread corruption, and economic inequality created the perfect storm for rebellion. While neighboring regimes adopted varying strategies to suppress or placate dissent, the Syrian leadership's iron-fisted response catalyzed one of the most brutal chapters in modern history. When peaceful protests began in March 2011, inspired by similar movements in Tunisia and Egypt, the regime chose violence over dialogue. Tens of thousands were arrested and the government forces opened fire on demonstrators, killing hundreds in the first few weeks. In August 2013, the regime crossed a moral red line, using chemical weapons, killing over 1,400 civilians in Ghouta. This brutality shattered any semblance of trust between the government and its people. Such use of chemical weapons, barrel bombs, and sieges against civilian areas further exemplified the regime's disregard for human life. What began as a call for reforms transformed into a bloody civil war with over 500,000 lives lost and more than 13 million displaced, half of Syria's pre-war population, and left entire cities in ruins. Humanitarian aid exceeding $25 billion was channeled during this turbulent time to alleviate the immediate needs of refugees and displaced populations. It funded camps, emergency healthcare, and basic sustenance for millions, yet the overwhelming scale of the crisis rendered these efforts insufficient. With 90% of Syrians living below the poverty line now, aid has provided only temporary relief but has not addressed the systemic issues fueling the suffering. Moreover, the lack of transparency and accountability in aid distribution raises many difficult questions. Foreign meddling compounded Syria's tragedy into a proxy battlefield. Iran and Russia backed the regime with money, weapons, and military might, while the US, Turkey, and Gulf states armed and funded various rebel groups. Yet, these interventions prioritized geopolitical agendas over the Syrian people's suffering. The external support propped up the regime, allowing it to withstand domestic opposition, but at the cost of sovereignty and further alienating the population. Rebel factions, fragmented and rife with their own challenges, also became tools of foreign interests, reducing the revolution's focus on Syrian autonomy. When the regime finally fell now, it is not the culmination of a popular revolution, but the result of opportunistic strikes and shifting allegiances. The population's discontent had simmered for years, yet the collapse of the regime sparked celebration, not because of unwavering support for the rebels, but because it symbolized the possibility of a future free from tyranny. This underscores a profound truth. People often choose the uncertainty of change over the certainty of oppression, driven by the hope of a better tomorrow. Syria's story is far from unique. The fall of Libya's Gaddafi in 2011, the overthrow of the Shah of Iran in 1979, and the collapse of the Soviet-backed regimes in Eastern Europe in 1989, and many, many more, all underscore a recurring theme. Regimes that fail to prioritize their people's welfare eventually collapse. Leaders who ignore the social contract, relying instead on fear and force, lose not only legitimacy but also the loyalty of their people. The Syrian conflict exposed the international community's glaring inability to act. Institutions such as the United Nations and regional powers issued statements but failed to intervene meaningfully, allowing the crisis to spiral unchecked. This failure to protect basic human rights and prevent atrocities raises uncomfortable questions about the efficacy and moral grounding of international governance. What is the way forward? For regimes worldwide, the lesson is clear. Governance without justice and accountability is unsustainable. Prioritizing public welfare, fostering inclusive governance, and respecting human rights are not optional. They are the foundation of stability. Leaders must understand that public trust, not fear, is the bedrock of enduring power. For the international community, there is an urgent need to reform global mechanisms to address crises more effectively. This includes institutions like the UN to use its mandated authority to prevent atrocities and promote multilateral action to protect vulnerable populations. Early intervention, grounded in diplomacy and support for democratic transitions can not only prevent conflicts from escalating into protracted wars, but can facilitate transition to more stable recovery and rebuilding. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the fall of the Syrian regime stands as a cautionary tale for leaders who prioritize power over people. It demonstrates that even the most entrenched systems are vulnerable when they lose the loyalty and trust of their citizens. More importantly, it reminds the global community that silence and inaction in the face of suffering are not neutral stances, but complicity in prolonging human misery. The true measure of leadership, whether within a nation or among nations, lies in its commitment to justice, humanity, and the hope of a better future. For regimes that neglect these principles, history guarantees one certainty: their time will come. Lastly, if the world continues to sideline justice, governance, and collective responsibility, the lessons of Syria will not be the last. Good luck, best wishes, and God bless.